Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your stock market and economic weekly update. Ye hafta, you guys know, I love a red market. So this was a great market, especially अगर आप सस्ते stocks देख रहे हैं या ढूंढ रहे हैं, right? You're looking for an entry point to the market. So basically, what ended up happening इस हफ्ते was कि Monday को market started off very bullish, and then Tuesday onwards correct होते on Friday we finally closed at 163,000 index points. What does that mean? This means कि KSE 100 एक benchmark index है जिससे हम stock market की performance measure करते हैं. It's the Karachi Stock Exchange Top 100 कंपनीज. उसमें अलग अलग कंपनीज को अलग अलग वेटेजेस दिए जाते हैं बिकॉज इट्स अ वेटेड इंडेक्स. तो कुछ स्टॉक्स जब ऊपर जाते हैं तो वो इंडेक्स को ऊपर खींच लेते हैं, एंड सिमिलरली अगर उनका ज़्यादा वेट है तो जब वो गिरते हैं तो अपने साथ इंडेक्स को भी खींच लेते हैं नीचे. सिमिलरली देयर आर सर्टन सेक्टर्स जिनकी ज़्यादा वेटेजेस हैं एंड दूसरे सेक्टर्स जिनकी थोड़ी कम वेटेज है, राइट? सो लेट्स ब्रेक डाउन के कौन से स्टॉक्स वर पुलिंग अप द इंडेक्स, व्हाट वाज पुलिंग इट डाउन, एंड व्हाट कॉज्ड ऑल ऑफ दिस. ठीक है, बिकॉज एज वी ऑल नो हम स्पेकुलेट नहीं करते यहाँ, हम एजुकेटेड रिसर्च बेस्ड चीज़ें देखते हैं when we're looking at our investments. KSE 100 ने मंडे को 2400 पॉइंट्स प्लस की क्लोजिंग दी, राइट? 166,243 पे इंडेक्स क्लोज हुआ, एंड दिस वाज आफ्टर politically things settled down, right? I'm not going to get into that because this is not a political update, so we don't get into the details of all of those things. Now हम opinions share करते हैं. So top gainers were PSCL, National Foods, Askari Bank, BOP. इन्होंने upper circuits, which means 10% up की closings दी. HBL, UBL, National Bank again gave point contributions. Tuesday को rally continue हुई, and the index was again up by 1100 points, which was the highest point इस हफ्ते का, which was 167,000 index points. ये एक sentimental resistance भी बन चुका है for the index. If you look at the chart of the index, this is typically where resistance comes in and the index begins to cool off. There were more than 1 billion shares traded. Banks, fertilizer, ENP stocks momentum drive कर रहे थे, and then Wednesday को profit taking hit. Almost 800 point negative close हुआ था index. FFC, UBL और HBL जो heavy weights हैं in the index, they were pulling the index down, right? Thursday को almost 2000 points down थे. आपकी बैंक, सीमेंट, टेक स्टॉक्स, बैंक्स were essentially पूरे हफ्ते नीचे खींच रहे थे, and we'll get into that in a second, that why that happened. Then Friday को नेपरा के जो टैरिफ कट ऑफ्स आए के इलेक्ट्रिक के लिए, which we will also get into, उन्होंने एक मार्केट वाइड सेल ऑफ ट्रिगर कर लिया, and then again almost 1300 पॉइंट की नेगेटिव क्लोजिंग दी इंडेक्स ने, which finally it closed at 163,304 points. अब इसके साथ साथ के इलेक्ट्रिक tumbled about 7.6%. Volumes were more than 190 million shares traded. And उनके CEO ने वार्न किया कि tariffs were unsustainable for operations. अब आपको लोगों को पता है कि with K Electric it is such a drama-packed company and there are so many different aspects to it, right? So what happened this week? Why was the banking sector pulling the index down? Banks के results आए इस हफ्ते, right? बहुत सारे बैंक्स जिन्होंने पिछले पता नहीं कितने क्वार्टर्स की इतनी अच्छी अच्छी रिजल्ट्स दी थी, started posting quarter on quarter and year on year slightly lower percentage profits, right? तो आप इनकम ग्रोथ की बात करें, आप डिपॉजिट ग्रोथ की बात करें, आप कॉस्ट टू सेल्स की बात करें, तो इन सब चीज़ों में बैंक्स की परफॉर्मेंसेज वर नॉट ग्रेट. देयर वर जस्ट अ सेलेक्ट कपल ऑफ बैंक्स दैट पोस्टेड गुड रिजल्ट्स. अदर देन दैट द बैंक्स decrease their earnings इस quarter में. अब one thing I want to clear out is a bad quarter does not mean a bad company, right? Because आप फ़र्ज़ करें कि एक आइसक्रीम बनाने की फैक्ट्री है, अब समर में वो बहुत क्रेजी प्रॉफिट देती है और फिर विंटर में ऑब्वियसली उसका प्रॉफिट डिक्रीज होगा बिकॉज वो आइसक्रीम बनाती है. विंटर में लोगों को ठंड लग रही होती है तो वो कम आइसक्रीम खाते हैं, राइट? इट्स मोर रेयर. सो सिमिलरली देयर आर डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स अलग अलग सेक्टर्स में जो आपके सेक्टर्स को ड्राइव करते हैं, उनकी अर्निंग्स को ड्राइव करते हैं, राइट? बैंक्स ने इतना मोमेंटम पकड़ा हुआ था कि कूल ऑफ वाज आल्सो नेसेसरी, एंड अदर देन दैट there are down quarters that show up. तो as analysts हम जो कोशिश करते हैं इज़ टू फिगर आउट कि क्या इस बैंक में ऐसी कोई फंडामेंटल चीज़ तो नहीं बदली जिसकी वजह से इसकी फ्यूचर प्रोजेक्शंस भी हिट हों, right? If that's not the case, there's no reason to get rid of an investment in a good company because again these are companies जो अगर आप 2 साल पहले देखें कहाँ बैठे हुए थे, there's a world of a difference, right? And even though आपके interest rates decline में, which means कि bank की earning वहाँ से should decrease, right? Banks have still proven that they will always find a way to be profitable. Despite this correction, KSE 100 अभी भी fiscal year 26 में 30% up है, and cyclical year में 43% up है. तो right now investor sentiment is a little fragile, लेकिन I want to remind you guys कि जब index 118,000 से 122,000 index points के बीच में consolidation में फंसा हुआ था, we were there for about over 2 months, 3 months almost, and वहाँ से जो हम सीधा निकले, we straight rallied from 125,000 index points up until almost 170,000 index points. ठीक है, तो एक cool off period बहुत necessary होता है for people to get a little bit of breathing room, gather their momentum, do their analysis, and then take their long-term positioning. अभी again मैंने आप लोगों को hand switching के concept से introduce कराया था. That is still happening, right? People are attaining new averages now, and people जो पहले invested थे at lower levels are now looking to profit take, and that's very normal. It's very healthy for a market cycle, right? लेकिन overall there's nothing particularly wrong with the economy. The economy is still in a good position, it's still recovering well. If we look at the results that were posted, right, this is not a buy or sell call. This is public listed information hai, and I'm just sharing with you the numbers, right, but in sentences. So AGP की अगर हम बात करें, it gave a 79.5% jump in net profit. Revenue इनका 15% increase हुआ, gross profit 23% expand हुआ, cost of sales हालांकि even though gross profit increased by 23%, unki cost of sales only increased by 5%, which means stronger operations, right? Cost efficiency, cost to sales is a ratio that you guys should look at. तो ये against revenue measure किया जाता है. तो इससे आपको एक अच्छा margin lift नज़र आता है. Key driver इसके finance cost dropped, right? आपके interest rates decrease होते हैं, तो ऐसे बहुत सारे sectors होते हैं, companies होती हैं जो उस चीज़ से benefit करती हैं because they have to give less interest payments. इनकी EPS increase हुई to 8.92 rupees from 5.26. The firm is listed since 2018 and operates in manufacturing, marketing and export of pharma products, as you guys know. So K Electric side पे कराची की only fully privatized utility company है. उन्होंने अपने आप को, as you guys know, there's been a lot of drama around K Electric, right? So what we know is कि NEPRA ने key returns slash किए, right? और major parts of the multi-year tariff regime उन्हें rewrite किए. So previously dollar linked जो return on equity थी transmission और distribution के लिए, वो significantly cut हुए. And for transmission the ROE dropped to 15%, distribution to 14.47%, and ये एक बहुत बड़ा shift है for a utility जिसको आदत है of higher returns, right? Because then they have to move things around to maintain their profitability. And as you guys know, theft, transmission loss, वो सारी चीज़ें बहुत ज़्यादा rampant हैं, especially in the Karachi electricity regime. NEPRA ने 100% recovery ratio set किया है, which means कि K Electric को fully billed amount from consumers recover करना पड़ेगा, which, as you guys know, could not have had a good reaction, right? Because transmission loss, theft is like the number one thing जो हमें सुनने को मिलता है K Electric से. So इसकी वजह से reduced allowed losses and write-offs, and effectively aligned K Electric's tariff regime with state discos. Cost of non-compliance around 5 billion per 1% shortfall. Surface पे ये changes consumer relief की तरह दिखते हैं, right? But K Electric के लिए ये उनकी bottom line काटता है, which is their earning, their net profit. And the tariff reduction from 39.97 rupees per kilowatt to about 32.37 per kilowatt is a massive hit to revenue base. So surface पे this obviously looks like consumer relief, लेकिन K Electric के लिए तो ये सीधा bottom line से कटा है, right? Because it's come straight out of their profitability. So उनकी tariff reduction from 39.97 rupees per kilowatt to 32.37 per kilowatt, इसका मतलब है कि उनकी revenue base बहुत hit होगी, ये naturally उनकी profitability कम हो जाएगी इस चीज़ की वजह से. Not a buy or sell call, never a buy or sell call for anything. At the same time, depreciation of rupee, evaluated fuel capacity cost, legacy infrastructure burden का मतलब है कि अब K Electric को ज़्यादा deliver करना है with less regulatory room. तो बोर्ड ने पोस्टपोन किया है अपना AGM और एनुअल रिपोर्ट, क्योंकि वो कह रहे हैं कि वो रिलायबली एस्टिमेट नहीं कर सकते the impact of tariff change. That was the reaction, right, that they had to this. So what this means for investors कि K Electric की risk profile shifted from stable utility play to regulatory and execution risk play. तो अगर तो K Electric adapt करता है इस चीज़ पे, अपनी efficiency boost करते हैं, transmission losses improve करते हैं, अपनी theft के मसले, मतलब they stop hiding behind these things, right, and they become an actual privately owned efficient entity, जो इसका essentially motive था of privatizing K Electric. Greatness will come to it, लेकिन तब तक performance slip करती रहेगी and downside बहुत sharp हो सकती है. And of course this then hits a lot of uncertainty with Karachi की electricity situation. हमारी 35% GDP यहीं से आती है, हमारी तमाम industry यहाँ मौजूद है. So what's going to happen on that end? So keep an eye on K Electric के जो upcoming disclosures हैं, चाहे वो regulatory relief हो and legal backing हो, किस तरह वो receivables handle करते हैं कराची की huge consumer base से, क्या वो manage कर पाएंगे अपना cost structure को redesign करना, all of those things, right? These are very important things to keep an eye out for, and that is going to then decide if they continue to become more profitable or not. So it's not just a stock, obviously. It's also like a symbol of regulatory reform in Pakistan's power sector. यहाँ पे investor को tariff model change और execution risk दोनों का combo deal करना पड़ेगा, right? Murray Brewery PAT rose 5% year on year, EPS at 34.72, turnover 13.6% increase हुआ है, gross margin थोड़ा सा स्लिप हुआ from 27 to 26.5%, there's not much. कॉस्ट ज़्यादा राइज कर रही है कंपेयर टू रेवेन्यू, लेकिन फाइनेंस कॉस्ट हाफ हो गई, मतलब 50% से स्लैश हो गई, राइट. डिक्लाइन इन फाइनेंस इनकम की वजह से कुछ गेन्स ऑफसेट हुए, बट दैट्स फाइन. या सो दे हैड अ रिलेटिवली बेटर रिजल्ट, नॉट अ बाय और सेल कॉल. ग्लैक्सो का जो पैट है, प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स इंक्रीज 74%. रेवेन्यू ग्रोथ सिर्फ 2% थी, लेकिन ग्रोस प्रॉफिट उनकी इंक्रीज हुई बाय 67%. इसका मतलब है कि उनकी कॉस्ट एफिशिएंसी ज़्यादा है. कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स ड्रॉप्ड 16% अगेन. कॉस्ट टू सेल्स की इम्प्रूव्ड रेशियो. ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट उनका इंक्रीज हुआ 79%. Finance charges again 29% गिरे because of the declined interest rates. OGDC ने एक और installment receive की 7.725 billion की from the circular debt settlement mechanism. ये again liquidity देता है इस company को. They can do more with that money now that it's not stuck in trade debts as a number in just assets. And they can now move toward diversifying themselves as well in their operations. JS Bank ka profit plunged 52%. Net markup interest income down 13%. Fee commission income, however, increased 35%. लेकिन वो drop को offset नहीं कर पाया, and operating expenses increased 26%. So earning pressure are still a drag. लेकिन non-interest income uptick is obviously a good sign. Again, not a buy or sell call. So now let's look at the economic updates that we have for you guys, right? Pakistan ka rear, it jumped to 101.73 in September 2025. It is up from 100.09. जिसका मतलब है कि हमारी परचेसिंग पावर इंक्रीज हो रही है अगेंस्ट मेजर ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर्स. जब रियर 100 से ऊपर होता है, इसका मतलब है कि रुपी ओवर वैल्यूड है. एक्सपोर्टर्स कंपेरेटिवनेस लूज करते हैं एंड इम्पोर्टर्स गेन करते हैं चीपर इनपुट्स. सो स्टेट बैंक ने क्लैरिफाइड कि 100 एक परफेक्ट बेंचमार्क नहीं है, लेकिन अगर हम 2010 के लेवल से बेस करें, एन अपवर्ड ट्रेंड सिग्नल्स इन्फ्लेशन अब्रॉड इज कूलिंग फास्टर देन इन पाकिस्तान, राइट. एक्सपर्ट्स वार्न कर रहे हैं कि स्ट्रॉन्ग रियर का मतलब है कि आपके एक्सपोर्ट मार्जिन स्क्वीज हो सकते हैं, स्पेशली टेक्सटाइल्स, राइस, IT पहले ही सफ़र कर रहे हैं, एंड इसको स्क्वीज देम मोर. एंड लेकिन इम्पोर्ट हैवी सेक्टर्स को ऑब्वियसली इस चीज़ से रिलीफ मिल सकती है. एक्सटर्नल अकाउंट साइड पे, एज यू गाइस नो, करंट अकाउंट सरप्लस $110 million, एंड दिस इज अ टर्न अराउंड फ्रॉम लास्ट ईयर्स $52 million डेफिसिट. Remittances 3.18 billion पे क्लाइम की 11% year on year. Exports $3.43 billion, $3.43 billion increased 5% year on year. and imports stood at 6 billion, meaning कि trade gap अभी भी बहुत wide है and external buffer stable हैं लेकिन sustainable नहीं है, because जब तक हमारे exports are not going to increase, it's going to be very difficult to maintain the trade balance. So पहला quarter fiscal year 26 के लिए पाकिस्तान का current account deficit totals $594 million, only slightly higher than last year, indicating managed stability, not structural improvement. Trade dynamics, obviously we're in a favorable position because crude oil ki prices low ho rahi hain. They are currently, your WTI Brent around what, $62 per barrel. ये चीज़ें जब expensive होती हैं तो obviously us being an import based economy, that affects our rupee versus dollar, because we have to import more oil, and it's more expensive for us, and then हमारी rupee की devaluation होती है, internal inflation बढ़ती है, all of those things kind of happen जिनकी हम बात करते रहते हैं internally, right? Inflation remains sticky, especially in food and energy. Core inflation अभी भी double digits में है. State Bank के लिए ये एक policy puzzle बन गया है. Analysts expect कर रहे हैं delay in rates until early 2026, which all of us knew about. Stability with fragile edges. Pakistan की macro story up is about managing, like a managed calm. So the currency is stable, reserves are inching up, and remittances are providing a lifeline support. लेकिन फिर भी हमारे export numbers increase नहीं हो रहे, हमारी industry suffer कर रही है. Cost of energy बहुत high है and it's difficult to manage, right? Industrial and agricultural power tariff relief. So as you guys know, पिछले हफ्ते we got this news कि during the work week government ने electricity tariffs दोनों industry और agriculture के लिए cut कर दिए हैं. For an industry, it's a drop from 34 rupees to 22.98 per unit, and agriculture rates from 38 to 22.98 as well. So Energy Minister Awais Laghari ने कहा कि पाकिस्तान के पास 7,000 मेगावाट surplus है, and instead of wasting it, power को channel करना चाहिए productive sectors की तरफ, which is really great, especially growth के लिए, right? ये 3 साल के पैकेज में ये चीज़ प्रपोज हुई है 25-28. इसका टारगेट है जॉब क्रिएशन, एक्सपोर्ट competitiveness, lower production costs. Many factories के लिए मतलब है कि आपका 30-35% एनर्जी कॉस्ट डिक्रीज हो जाएगी, ऑब्वियसली उसकी वजह से ठक 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 आते आते आपकी अर्निंग्स इंक्रीज होंगी, राइट? लेकिन क्रिटिक्स वार्न कर रहे हैं कि ये रिलीफ सिर्फ अप्लाई करता है टू एडिशनल यूसेज, नॉट बेस कंजम्पशन. सो एफिशिएंसी रिमेंस की, लेकिन ओवरऑल मेजर कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट है फॉर द रियल इकोनॉमी. स्टेट बैंक पाकिस्तान ने 4.24 ट्रिलियन रुपीज़, मतलब 4.25 खरब रुपए इंजेक्ट किए थ्रू रिवर्स रिपो एंड मुदारबा ऑपरेशंस. इसका मतलब है कि बैंक्स शॉर्ट टर्म लिक्विडिटी मैनेज कर रहे हैं. इसमें से 3.91 ट्रिलियन कन्वेंशनल ऑपरेशंस के थ्रू आया एंड 331 बिलियन थ्रू इस्लामिक बैंकिंग चैनल्स. सो एनालिस्ट कह रहे हैं कि ये इंजेक्शन सिग्नल करता है कि स्टेट बैंक इज़ की टू मेंटेन मार्केट स्टेबिलिटी, एंड दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्पेशली हमारी पोस्ट फ्लड रिकवरी के लिए. A consistent OMO cycle helps banks continue lending to businesses instead of parking funds in risk-free government papers. तो in simple, State Bank ने economy को cash oxygen दिया है ताकि short term liquidity crush ना हो जाए. SCRA जो हमारा special convertible rupee account है, उसके holdings dropped by 1.12 billion to rupees 29.39 billion. Even though foreign investors in net purchase of 2.17 billion key in local securities, total inflows reached 36.7 billion and outflows were higher at 37.8 billion, which is why the net was a drop. The mild decline reflects global investor caution as uncertainty remains over Pakistan's next IMF program. Still, continued inflows का मतलब है कि पाकिस्तान off the radar नहीं है. Funds waters को test कर रहे हैं banking, energy, tech sectors, and analysts expect कर रहे हैं higher participation in the second IMF review. Sensitivity price index increase हुआ by 0.22% week on week, 5.03% year on year. Cement prices drop हुई 0.18% week on week and 3.8% year on year. Urea prices, again, similar drop, 0.17% week on week, 4.4% year on year. Construction sector, after months of slowdown, finally cost relief देख रहा है. इसका मतलब है कि आपके delayed projects अब वापस से momentum gain करना शुरू करेंगे. Market experts see all of this as a positive trend, a sign that input inflation is cooling. And for investors, cement and fertilizer stocks could benefit, not a buy or sell call, from the cost stability in coming quarters, depending on the way the tariff works. So IMF ने पाकिस्तान की fiscal year 26 की growth project की है 3.6%, which is lower than the government's 4.2% target. Flood damages added an additional 0.5, 0.7% GDP hit, and उसकी वजह से आपकी effective GDP growth, came down. Expected. Inflation ki rise is expected to continue. IMF has also said that we are undermining the effects of the floods. कह रहे हैं कि tax and energy में structural reforms बहुत vital है sustainable growth के लिए, and पाकिस्तान का challenge है balancing growth revival with fiscal discipline. I still don't understand super tax, and I don't think anyone is going to work on private sector, and until that happens, exports will not become competitive. But then again, that's just my humble opinion. So, अगर हम flood impact को देखें on the economy, floods ने 70 लाख लोगों को essentially affect किया है. Homes affect हुए हैं, roads, 400,000 acres of farmland, crop losses are expected to push up in fourth quarter. Economists कह रहे हैं कि poverty could rise above 44%. Government ने अपने cash transfers and housing support increase किया है, लेकिन fiscal space बहुत tight है. World Bank और IMF ने support pledge की है, लेकिन disbursements depend करेंगे पाकिस्तान की policy commitments पे, right? So it's what is the word I'm looking for? It's conditional support. Floods ने basically सिर्फ infrastructure नहीं बल्कि rural economy को दबा दिया है, and we are expected to see the full-fledged effect of this in the next few months, not even yet. Data discrepancy, PBS versus PRAL. $11 billion का mismatch between import figures from PRAL, which is under FBR, and PBS, Pakistan Bureau of Statistics. Again, this highlights how outdated our reporting systems are. Customs data और payment records sync ही नहीं होते आपस में. State Bank ने clarify किया कि उसका अपना balance of payments data remains consistent, और वो actual payments पे based है, not shipment declarations. IMF ने कहा है कि please आप लोग ये ठीक करें between FBR, PBS and State Bank कि confusion ना हो आपस में. It's bad for the country, it's bad for transparency of data and trade deficit reporting. Economists कह रहे हैं कि obviously this data is like essential for policy trust, right? Faulty figures का मतलब है faulty decisions, and it means room for like, a little bit of not so savory work. IMF की technical assistant to PBS ये है, Pakistan Bureau of Statistics, के वो assist कर रहे हैं in overhauling data systems and introducing a new producer price index. ये reform modernize करेगा कि पाकिस्तान किस तरह output, inflation और GDP measure करता है by mid-2026. Reliable data का मतलब है कि पाकिस्तान के exports, economic reports will be more credible globally, which is always a great sign. That's the kind of countries that you want to trade with, right? आपको एक मुल्क का पता ही नहीं कि ये सही बात बता रहा है नहीं बता रहा, तो you can't really tell. GDP 3% increase हुई fiscal year 25 में, compared to 2.4% the year before. थोड़ी बहुत increase है, लेकिन whatever. Inflation sharply obviously dropped from 23.4% to 4.5%, जिसका मतलब है कि we've been good at cooling inflation. Lekin large scale manufacturing shrank by 0.7%. Exports fell to just 4.3% of GDP, and that shows कि हमारा कितना ज़्यादा competitiveness का gap है. Banking sector profitable, लेकिन mostly credit geared toward government securities, and State Bank एक mixed picture paint कर रहा है. They're showing progress, but it's fragile. Private sector doubled to 12.2% of GDP, लेकिन manufacturing output decline हुआ. इस mismatch की वजह से ये suggest होता है कि lending non-productive या speculative थी, या फिर it's parked in real estate and short-term trade finance. Experts warn कर रहे हैं credit alone cannot revive growth without structural reforms. Fiscal side पे FBR ने अपना fiscal year 25 की collection target miss कर दिया by $178 billion. First quarter fiscal year 26 is already short by $198 billion. Flood-related losses and administrative efficiencies की वजह से ये fiscal gap worsen होगा. पाकिस्तान को शायद mini budget adjustments चाहिए होंगी to meet IMF benchmarks. Tax reforms are again very vital, and we need to fix a lot of things in this economy. IMF ने red flags report किए. उन्होंने कहा कि we are vulnerable but improving, which is a good sign. हालांकि growth, inflation, current account stability depend करते हैं on climate resilience and policy continuity. Fund ने urge किया कि please phase out agricultural price interventions to restore market efficiency. इतना regulation ना करें, market competitiveness ख़त्म होती है, लेकिन फिर ये लोग cartels form कर देते हैं, कहाँ जाएं. In short, पाकिस्तान का policy progress आया है, लेकिन it's not enough. right? Exports fell sharply as share of GDP from 11.1% to 4.3%, as we just spoke about. And imports bhi decline हुए due to administrative curves and obviously crude oil की price low होना. So there's a temporary current account surplus of 2.1 billion. So economists saying this is artificial, it has nothing to do with us. This is no magic of us, and if crude oil goes up, we will be in trouble again. So again, we need to work on exports. So the outlook is that State Bank ने note किया कि Pakistan का outlook depends on flood recovery, global commodity prices, which is way too important. We should have measures in store that fight that. And of course, then again, IMF support. Inflation की expectation है कि moderate रहेगी, लेकिन vulnerable रहेगी to shocks. Poverty has climbed to 44.7%. And experts कह रहे हैं कि targeted reform की बहुत ज़रूरत है, especially in energy pricing and governance. And so yeah, we need to have long-term policies rather than short-term relief. It's more important. So with that, I'll see you guys next time. Remember always to be kind to everyone and spread love, operate from a lovely, nice, positive place so that energy can come back to you. Remember, karma is always real. It'll come back and find you. So whatever you put into the world finds you again. I will see you guys next time. Till then, take care. Bye.